And welcome to Physics with Mr. Bedwell. Today we're going to look at different ways to help memorise the equations. So with the new GCSE, there are quite a few equations you need to memorise and people are getting them a little bit mixed up. So one way to memorise them is just use the words. For example, voltage equals current multiplied by resistance. So some people think this way is a bit convoluted. You could just simplify it down using the symbol form. Voltage equals current times resistance, where V is voltage, I is the current, and R is the resistance. So this makes it slightly simpler, so then you're just memorising 3 letters. Another way to memorise this is just an equation triangle, remembering that V is at the top, and then I and R are at the bottom. This way it also helps with rearranging. So if you've got the 2 at the bottom, you multiply and you're dividing down the sides. For example, if I want voltage, we do current times resistance. If I want current, voltage divided by resistance. If I want resistance, voltage divided by current. This way helps you memorise them and to rearrange them. An equation people often get mixed up on is current equals charge divided by time. Now, because you're memorising some with multiplication and some with division, people get those functions mixed up. So an easy way to make sure you're always getting it correctly is to memorise all the equations as multiplication functions. So this one here would rearrange to Q equals I times by T. So here, if you memorise all equations in this format, you have something equals something times something else. So it's to save getting confused with which symbol you should be using, which function you should be using. But the main key to memorising them is repetition. So there's a few different ways. You could use flashcards. You could have the 3 units written on the front, an equation written on the back. Or, something I quite like, is post-it notes. I could just write V equals IR, or I times R, and stick it somewhere in the house. Could be on the fridge, could be on the bedroom door, but that way you're constantly seeing them. If you do make flashcards, you could have IR and V on the front, and on the back have V equals I times R, or if you prefer the triangle, V and I R. That way if you've got these in your pockets while you're waiting for the bus or waiting for a lesson, spend a few minutes each day just looking at the equations. You could then have them in 2 different piles, the ones that you know and ones that you don't. But it's going to be constant repetition which will help you memorise them. If you get to an exam and you've completely forgotten what the equation is, there is a trick which works sometimes. So let's say I've got a density question and it says I have a mass of 5 kilograms and a volume of 2.5 centimetres cubed. And I just can't remember what the equation is. In some questions, it will give you the answer, or the unit, at the bottom. Kilograms per centimetres cubed. So whatever they've done here for the unit, we will do some numbers. So kilograms over centimetres cubed. We've got 5 kilograms, 2.5 centimetres cubed. So it must be density equals mass divided by volume. The same, of course, works if you don't know the unit. Place the units you're given through the equation, and that will give you the unit.